Hi, come and make a 60th birthday balloon with me. I'm going to use Sempertex Pastel Dots Rose, Calasan Retro White and GMAR Gold, and Grabo Satin Cream foils, I think they're called. So I always double stuff my balloon stacks. I'm not really sure why. I just feel like they seem a bit stronger. My base quad is 10 inches, the middle is 9, and then the top is 8. I find this easiest to remember. And then on my base quad, I tie my water weights using the necks. And then I find the stretches neck and pop on my middle quad. Like that. And then I wrap the neck around a few times and tie it twice. And then do the same thing to the top layer. So find a stretches neck, wrap it around a couple of times, and then tie it twice. I think this makes the base a lot sturdier, and you're not using 260s or fishing wire, much easier. Now I'm making my 5-inch balloons, and I make these in 2s, and I size them at 3.5 inches. I think 3.5 slot in better with this base, and doing them in 2s I think just sits a bit better than a cluster of 3. That's for me anyway. So yeah, here I am just trying to find the stretches neck and then tying my 2 minis. What are they called? Duos? Duplets? Don't know. And then I make sure that the colours don't touch each other. I don't know if that's just me being weird, but I don't like that. I use 2 on the top as well, but sometimes I would do a cluster of 3, especially when you have like numbers like 7 or 4s where they just don't sit very well. I think if you do 3s, it props them up a little bit better, but I'm using 6 and 0, so 2s are absolutely fine. So yeah, nice and sturdy. So here is my foil numbers. Make sure that you cut off the foil tabs around the top. Leave the ones at the bottom because you don't know which ones you're going to use to tie them onto the base. And then make 260 ribbons. If you don't know what they are, so basically you pull it to push all the air out and then you tie a knot at the end. My 6s had a fault, which was really annoying. And so you get your 260, you wrap it in the middle with the foil tab and then you tie it into a knot. So yeah, that is the ribbons attached to the number, and you will use these to tie them to the base. So with one side you just use one end to wrap around the top quad, and then the other side do the same thing, and then the other end of each 260 you pull it all the way through the base and then wrap it round the bottom quad. So then this is the skeleton of the balloon stack. It's all nice and sturdy and compact. Haven't needed to use any glue or 260s or fishing wire. There's my number 6 graveyard. So I'm making some balloon flowers. Didn't like this one. I'm using the same colours as I used for the base. Done. I'm using ribbons for this one. I normally use 260s for children's stacks, but for adults I think ribbons look cuter. So to stick things onto my bases I always use the carpet tape. I think it's so much better than all the other adhesives out there, and it's easy to buy from Amazon next day, which is perfect. And it's cheaper, I think. So yeah, here I am sticking them on. I'm going to add some florals to this one as well. So I'm using the carpet tape again to wrap around the ends of the flowers to stick behind the balloon flowers. I had to go to the wholesalers midway through this video to replace my 6s, so I didn't record doing the vinyls, which was really annoying. But yeah, this is the end. This is what it looked like. The customer's very happy with it this evening, so very happy. Let me know if I should do this again, if you found anything helpful, or if you've got any tips for me, that'd be great. Yeah, let me know. Thank you. Bye.